Tell us about the atmosphere in the Bahraini capital a day after this brutal crackdown. Is this a country in fear and shock today?
Well, we are now, I won't give the location, but we are now beyond the Pearl roundabout. Obviously, what we witnessed yesterday, the attack there on the roundabout. As we left that area, there was a checkpoint that we saw there, cars being stopped, and there were youths being pulled from the cars by masked, balaclavaed men with shotguns and automatic weapons. They were not wearing any seemingly police uniform. They seemed to be wearing civilian clothes. The youths were put down on their hands and knees and were being beaten. When we moved beyond that checkpoint, things calmed down. It is incredibly quiet in the areas that we have visited. We have been into some of the health centres, and that's when you begin to get a sense of the fear and the attacks that we've been reporting for the last 2 days. We've spoken to a couple of victims who've shown us their wounds. We've spoken to doctors who said how they struggled to treat the incredible amount of patients. I mean, one centre we were in, we spoke to a doctor. He said as the centre was actually being attacked, they were treating up to, well, between 800 and 1,000 were treated for injuries on that particular day. That was the day before yesterday, and he was describing how they were treating people for tear gas injuries, and then they were walking out of the hotel, out of the centre, and only to come back 10 minutes later with either birdshot wounds or more tear gas inhalation problems. We also visited a centre where I saw an ambulance, and I'll just try and describe the ambulance to you. The front of the ambulance had a hole in it the size of a man's fist, and not only had it gone through the outer layer of this bit, which is quite soft, there is a harder layer inside that, which was solid steel. And this, whatever this projectile was, had gone straight through not only the outer layer, but through that solid layer of steel as well, which would suggest pretty much without doubt that was most probably a live round. But as I say, we can't confirm it, but it would be almost impossible for anything else to get through that.
Okay, thank you very much. Our special correspondent there on the line from Manama, updating us on the situation in Bahrain a day after that brutal crackdown on anti-government protesters.